Good morning, Tallulah and Calvin. Sometime today, I'm going to have to go by the library and get some new books, but I figured that before I did that, I would go ahead and read the last of the two books that I've got from last week so that you would still have the stories and you could look over the videos anytime you wanted to hear these two stories. The first one is The Dragon's Robe by Deborah Norris Lattimore. And this was one that Calvin really enjoyed, so I'd go ahead and read that one to you so that you can read over it anytime that you're ready. There was once a girl named Kuan Yin whose parents had died when she was young, leaving her nothing but a small loom. Kuan Yin became a skilled weaver, traveling from village to village, weaving in exchange for her meager food and a place to lay her sleeping mat. The time came when there was no work to be found. Kuan Yin looked to the mountains beyond the Huanghe River and said to herself, "The emperor's palace at Kaifeng has work and food for all. I will make my fortune there." She tied her loom to her back and climbed the path. See, that's her climbing the path over the mountains. As Kuan Yin stopped to refresh herself, she looked up and saw the roof beam of a small house. She peered in an open window. An old man laid on a couch, his eyes half open, his breath shallow. Kuan Yin quickly refilled her cup, went inside, and held it to his lips. "Thank you," said the old man. "I am the keeper of the royal rain dragon's shrine," he explained sadly. "But I'm too ill to perform my duties. If the shrine is left unattended, the rain dragon will be angry, and great evils will befall our land. I'm a poor weaver with no home and no family," replied Kuan Yin. "But I've heard that the emperor has offered a reward for anyone who can weave the great dragon robe. I have only 3 days to get to the palace of Kaifeng, but I will pass your shrine on the way. Perhaps I can help." "Then stay here for a day," said the old man. "Already with your company I feel stronger, and you will weave a better robe on a full stomach." Kuan Yin felt sorry for the old man. Besides, in all her wanderings, no one had freely offered her food and a place to sleep. So she stayed. Wasn't that generous of the old man? They could ease each other's suffering. By the next morning, the old man could sit up. Kuan Yin looked out at the window and saw a stranger at the pond. "Who comes?" the old man called out. "Lord Phoenix, overseer of the emperor's rice field," said the stranger. "I am the guardian of the old emperor's dragon shrine," said the old man, "but an illness keeps me from my duties. If you lay these golden rice seedlings on the altar for me, the spirit will reward you instantly with abundant crops." Lord Phoenix put the rice in his greatcoat, and left. The old man turned to Kuan Yin. "Follow him and see what he does." Then he went to sleep, and Kuan Yin followed Lord Phoenix, 10 steps behind. When the overseer reached the shrine, he examined the gold seedlings from end to end. "Never have I seen such wondrous gold rice," he said to himself. "It would be foolish to leave it here for the dragon spirit, and besides, the emperor is a fool who doesn't leave his palace. He will never know." Lord Phoenix slipped the seedlings back into his greatcoat and went on his way to Kaifeng. Kuan Yin returned, worried that the news would upset the old man. But before she could speak, the air churned into a simmering wind, and the rice fields for miles around burned to dust. See, there's the overseer putting the rice seedlings back into his overcoat. This must be the dragon shrine. Kuan Yin decided to stay another night. On the second day, the old man was indeed better, and with Kuan Yin's help he took small steps around his house. Suddenly the door burst open with a blast of hot wind. There was another stranger. "I am Lord Tiger," he announced, "general of the emperor's army on the Great Wall. I must have drink, and the drought has dried up your pond." Kuan Yin scooped up a cup of water from the bucket in the doorway and gave it to him. "Great lord," said the old man, "I am the guardian of the emperor's dragon shrine, but an illness keeps me from my duties. If you lay this golden knife on the altar, the spirit of the rain dragon will swiftly reward your army with victory in battle." Lord Tiger put the knife in his cloak and left. Again the old man said to Kuan Yin, "Follow him and see what he does." Then he lay down to sleep. Kuan Yin followed Lord Tiger 10 steps behind. until they reached the shrine. Lord Tiger took out the knife. "Never have I seen such a magnificent golden knife," Lord Tiger said aloud. "Why leave such a gift here when I can have it for myself? The dragon spirit will not miss it, and the emperor, who values only the courtly life of his palace, will never know." So he put the knife back in his cloak and went on his way. Kuan Yin returned, wondering how to tell the old man what she had seen, but before she could speak, the distant thunder of horses' hoofs and the cries of warriors came from the great wall. "What I feared has come true," said the old man, standing at the window. "The general and the overseer have dishonored the shrine. Now all China suffers from their evil deeds. Look how the crops wither. Our Tartar enemies and their cruel chief, the Khan, ride to attack us." The old man lay back on his couch. "I am neither farmer nor soldier," Kuan Yin said to him. "I cannot sow new rice fields, and I cannot fight the Tartars. But I can weave a robe fit for the emperor himself, and lay it before the shrine of the rain dragon." "Then go," said the old man. "Perhaps a humble weaver can undo the insults of the overseer and the general. Let nothing stop you. The dragon spirit will help." Kuan Yin took her loom and set to work.